Hey, good morning. It's your boy Yahshua getting back in that good book called the Bible, our Tanakh, chapter 9, in the great book of Joshua. And it came to pass when all the kings which were on this side of Jordan in the hills and in the valleys and in the coasts of the great sea over against Lebanon, the Hittite, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites heard thereof, right? That they gathered themselves together to fight with Joshua and with Yasharallah with one accord. And when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done unto Jericho and Ai, they did work wildly, and went and made as if they had been ambassadors, and took old sacks upon their asses and wine bottles, old and rent and bound up. So, you're sticking to the plot here. People have heard of Joshua's fame, the Israelites' fame, and in order to not come into contention with Joshua, they are pretending that they are men of war and stuff like that. And they went to Joshua, and old shoes and clouded upon their feet, and old garments upon them, and all the bread of their provision was dry and moldy. And they went to Joshua into the camp of Gilgal, and said unto him and to the men of Yasharallah, We be come from a far country. Now therefore make ye a league with us, make a pact with us. And the men of Yasharallah said unto the Hivites, Peradventure ye dwell among us, how shall we make a league with you? And they said to Joshua, We are thy servants. And Joshua said unto them, Who are ye, and from whence come ye? And Joshua was like, Who are you? And they said unto him, From a very far country thy servants are come, because of the name of Ayah your power, for we have heard the fame of him, and that all that he did in Mitzrayim, or Egypt, and all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, to Sihon, king of Bashan, king of Heshbon, and to Og, king of Bashan, which Og was a giant, remember? See, when the Israelites was coming out of Egypt, man, they don't think they had it easy. These people that they was going against were formidable people. Wherefore, and which was as Ashtaroth. And remember that name, Ashtaroth. Ashtaroth is very important because those are places where so-called these fallen Malachim came to, Ashtaroth. Wherefore our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spake to us, saying, Take victuals with you for the journey, and go to meet them, and say unto them, We are your servants. Well, therefore now make ye a league with us. This our bread we took for our provision out of our houses on the day we came forth to go unto you. But now behold, it is dry and it is moldy. And these bottles of wine which we filled were new, and behold, they be rent. And these are garments, and our shoes are become old by reason of the very long journey. See, they didn't have no long journey. They were right in the midst of Yasharallah, and now they're trying to say that they made a journey, that they're from a far place. And the men took of their victuals and asked not counsel of the mouth of Ayah. And Joshua made peace with them. He made shalom with them, and made a league with them to let them live. And the princes of the congregation swear unto them. This is all in Jasher chapter 88, verse 50 through 51, I believe. It's in chapter 88. They made a league with them. And it came to pass to the end of 3 days after they had made a league with them, that they heard that they were their neighbors, and that they dwelt among them. See, now everything is starting to come to pass. See, these people are afraid of Yasharallah. They was afraid of the Israelites, and they concocted a plan in order for them not to be destroyed. And the children of Yasha'Allah journeyed and came into their cities on the third day. Now their cities were Gibeon, Shephirah, Beeroth, and Kiriath Iram. And the children of Yasha'Allah smote them not, because the princes of the congregation had sworn to them by Ayah, power of Yasha'Allah. And all the congregation murmured against the princes. Now, it's like you here, you know, you have the president and your mayors and everybody. They're the ones making decisions, but now they know they made a bad decision. So now the people are coming against the princes of Yasha'Allah. But all the princes said unto the congregation, we have sworn unto them by Ayah, power of Yasha'Allah. Now therefore we may not touch them. So we can't even fight them, because we swear that we wasn't going to do anything to them, because we already swore to them. And the princes said unto them, let them live, but let them be hewers of wood, drawers of water, unto all the congregation, as the princes had promised them. So we'll let you live, but you have to be servants, not only to the, I guess, royalty of Yasha'Allah, but also to the, you know, the common people too. You're going to serve us water. You're going to be hewers of wood. You're going to be making things. And Joshua called for them, and he spake unto them, saying, wherefore have ye beguiled us, saying, we are very far from you, when you dwell among us? Now therefore ye are cursed, and there shall none of you be freed from being bondmen, and hewers of wood, drawers of water for the house of my power. And they answered Joshua and said, because it was certainly told thy servants how that Ayah, thy power, commanded his servant Moshe to give you all the land, and to destroy all the inhabitants of the land from before you. Therefore we were sore afraid of our lives because of you, and have done this thing. So the guys are speaking honestly. They already had heard the prophecy was going to happen, that the Most High had told them that they was going to get this land. You know what I'm saying? That prophecy is already there. So the people were like afraid. You'd be afraid too, man. You know, if you had this prophecy, these people are already, you know, their part has already said, hey, that land belongs to you. I'm giving you this land. And if you hear about it, and their power is doing all this stuff, he's dividing seas and rivers and stuff like that, and he's defeating their enemies before their eyes, and they're a smaller people, then yeah, you'd be a little bit afraid too. And now behold, we are in thine hand, as it seemeth good and right unto thee to do unto us do. And so did he unto them, and delivered them out of the hand of the children of Yasha'Allah, that they slew them not. And Joshua made them that day hewers of wood, drawers of water from the congregation, for the congregation, and for the altar of Ayah, even unto this day, in the place which he should choose. So the bottom line with this chapter is, as Joshua went through this place, that these people, you know, the Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Jebusites came together. They was actually the neighbors of Yasha'Allah, and they said, man, you know what, we can't defeat these Israelites, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a pact with them so they won't destroy us, because their power has already given them this land, and as far as what we see, there's nothing that can stop them. So, you know, we'll kind of beguile them and become their friends so they won't kill us. You know, we'll be servants. We'll live and be servants. And don't get it misconstrued, because servants back then was nothing like what you had in America and Haiti and in Dominican Republic. That was slavery. That was a totally different. Servants back then, what they did was they just helped. You know, it wasn't like any of this, you know, getting beaten, whipped, and all this stuff. It wasn't anything like that. It was just servants for our people. Very good chapter, very telling, and it just tells that when the Most High says something, even the people who aren't of Yasha'Allah even knows of the Most High fame, and they believe it. And it's too bad that our people don't believe it. They want to stick to little white Jesus and stuff like that, and you just don't know how powerful your power is. All right, shalom, Yasha Allah.